Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is a channel for those of you that resell or sell your own items to help you improve your knowledge and increase your income. So today I am going to show you photography from beginning to end. I am going to show you the equipment that I use. I am going to give you some examples of things. We will walk through listing a variety of items so that you can get an idea of how to best photograph your items. I again will show you all supplies that I use. I am also going to show you an app I use to remove the background, which is essential for me to make those professional looking photos. So just so you know, if you are new, over the last 12 months, I've sold 3,262 items in my main eBay store. I also sell on Poshmark, Mercari, and Facebook Marketplace, but these photo tips will help you no matter what platform you sell on. So those 3,262 items on my main eBay store equal $78,819. Over last year, as far as tax reporting wise, I sold $140,000 across all platforms. So I have sold quite a bit. I think my photography way works. It is not the only way. There are going to be other ways that you might want to do things. You might want to adjust for yourself. Others like to do them a different way, but I'm going to show you mine and what made me over $100,000. So let's get started. So this is the area of the shed that I take photographs in. So the most important thing here is I do everything on my phone. So having a newer phone is essential to taking good pictures. You can use a camera, but I only list from my phone. And then my setup here, if you see, I used to use a photo box, and you will find those in my Amazon links, but I have just hung up photo paper in this corner here, and then I have two of these LED lights, and I do have links to all of this in my Amazon store. I will pin it at the top of the comments. These have a filter that kind of softens that light. I used to use a ring light, but I had too many troubles with that. So the paper, the two LEDs. As far as photographing big items, I'm going to show you how we're going to photograph this Coleman hot water on the go. I don't use any special stuff. I use my cell phone, and that is it. And we're going to take pictures right there, and it is going to come out amazing. And then as far as blankets go, I photograph them here on the carpet. You could do this on a tile floor. You could do it on anything. So we are going to see that. And then for clothing, I also do them on the floor. And for scarves, you can see this here is white photo paper, which is absolutely amazing. So when I want to take photos, I just pull this out and I just roll it back up when I am done. So that is the photo paper. And then this is the mannequin that I use to photograph scarves, which I will show you how I do that. So here is what it looks like when I am photographing scarves. So the photo paper is hung on a shower curtain rod. You could use really anything. You could make something, you could put it on PVC. You could get a, actually it's not a shower curtain, sorry, it's a regular curtain. You could get a shower curtain rod, whatever you need, and put this up wherever you can, or you could just pin it to the wall like I did my station. So the photo paper is, I believe, $36 for a roll, and this is the mannequin I use for scarves. This one is $69. And I want to make sure I let you guys know what all this costs. So the paper you see hanging up here is also the same paper that I just unrolled. And the roll that you get is actually 18 feet for $35. So not too bad. And then the two LED lights that I use here are $41. And I do have this USB strip, and I put that on there because I have so many USB cords, I need something to plug them into. So this is for my smaller, maybe like, I can get 18-inch stuff in there, but anything larger will go just on the counter, or it will go on the counter, or it will go on the floor. So what I'm going to show you how I'm going to list today, we're going to do these white cups here. We are going to do one purse. I'm going to show you just really easy how easy these cross stitch are. I have a square scarf. I have a long scarf. I also have plates. I have a pair of pants. I'm going to use this little doll as a plush. Also, I put my phone. My phone is the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. I actually am upgrading here soon, but this takes amazing photos. If you follow me on Instagram, this is what I use for everything. And then we are also going to go over these salt and pepper shakers, which are crystal. I don't have any figurines to list that you guys asked, but I'm going to do these. I'm also going to do these clear glasses. We're going to do this set of soup / coffee mugs. We're going to do this. You see my reflection there. We're going to do this pan. We're going to do this big throw blanket, and then we're going to do this really big coveralls. So let's go ahead and start photographing. First, I will go ahead and show you these plates, and they still have the price. I'm just doing this to show you guys. So in my box here, I'm gonna put all 4 of my plates. And when you are doing multiples, you want to make sure that you show all of them. So I'm moving back my cords because I don't want my cords to be in my photographs. And there's that one. So this is how I do the first picture for 4 plates. So I will go ahead and show you guys on my phone me taking photos. So you want to use square. If you see on my phone, it does say 1:1 up here on the top, but on iPhone, I believe it says square, not 1:1. So you want to make sure you get them all in one photo. So I'm having to raise up to do that. So let's look at my photo. So you see all of the stuff around it. So now we're going to go into Bazaart. And Bazaart is $3.99 a month if you get the premium, but I think it is very, very much. We're going to go to create down in the bottom there, start with a photo, and there is our photo. What we're going to do is push magic, and that is what you're paying $3.99 a month for. So if I just push magic, now you will see it leaves some stuff in here that I don't want. So what I do is on the bottom, I scroll over to eraser, and you can zoom in on your phone and you just erase it. And actually, since those are so big, I'm going to increase the size, and that is under settings. And then I will just erase all of these wires that I do not want in my photo. And then there's some more. Erase all of them. And now when you get closer to the plates, I'm going to have to zoom in a lot because I don't want to take away a piece of my plate. And now if you take too much like that, you can hit restore. And you just gently put the edge back. So now I have just my plates, and I will hit the, actually I see a little bit more, so I'm gonna go to eraser again, erase, and get that. Whoa! Now if you mess up like that, you can hit undo, and I just want that little piece. Okay, so now I'll hit the check mark. And the nice thing about Bazaart is it will tell you when you're centered. So you get your plates centered here, and then you hit add background, and you want white, and there's my photo. So before, after, like how much better does this look? So I will also stack them all up like so. And then I am going to take a photo of them stacked up. I also want to take one individually close up. So I will go here, make sure it's centered. You can fix it with Bizarre if you're a little off. And then I also want to take the back so that people can see what brand it is. So you see, I do have some light reflections here. So with my phone, if I come down lower, 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 right there, they are very minimal compared to here. So you see how much they are? You're gonna just drop your phone down or your camera until they're gone. And I am just barely tilting the angle of that. And then I'm also gonna come in close and I'm gonna get the brand. We will go to create, start with a photo, and we will choose our stack of plates, and then we will hit the magic button. And now we can take this until we find the center. You see those pink crosses? Now those are perfectly centered. And then I will hit add background white. And now why am I doing white? I am doing white because that is what Google prefers. So we'll save that and then we'll do another one. Go to create single plate. So there's a single plate and you can see I've got my paper all messed up here. I've got the other plates back there. But when we hit this magic button, so it did not take it all away. So we are going to come down here, go to the right, hit eraser. Whoop. And then we're going to turn, you can kind of pinch and turn, and we want to erase all of this. Okay, and then you hit that check mark. Now we're going to make sure it's centered, and it is, and we'll hit add background, add white. There is before. There's after. There's another after. So that looks so much better than if I have the cords and my paper messed up. There is that. And Google does prefer white backgrounds when it is searching for items. So with plates, again, I would lay them out, or any dishware. Show all of what you're selling in the first photo, and then you can do stacked and individual. For these 4 cups here, and you can see my lights kind of stay at this same angle unless I need to change them. But for these 4 cups, I could sit them out, and I'll take a picture of these just so we can kind of compare. So if I were to sit them out, I would sit them out like this. You want them close together where they can stay in the frame. So let's go ahead and get our camera and make sure we are on the 1-to-1, and we are. And then we will take that photo, stack these. It kind of brings them in closer. And that's what you want to be able to do. So now I am going to take a picture like this. And for this, there are a few little glares here for my lights, but I really don't want to create. Start with a photo. And we will pick this one. So now we have it here. Again, we will hit the magic button. And there is perfect, but I can move this to make sure I'm centered. And I am. And then add background. White. And now sometimes I will do black, like here's black. I just prefer white because Google prefers white. Photo. We will do this one here with them stacked, and I want you guys to see. So I'll hit magic. And it worked perfectly, and 9 times out of 10 it does. I don't have to do any erasing. There are my lines. I'm going to add my background of white. and then I'm going to save it. So here is the first photo before, the second photo before, and you see all of my white paper back here, and down there you see the creases, and then here are the 4, which it actually doesn't look too bad, and there they are. I prefer this one because they're a little closer together, but that one looks good as well. So I actually would put both of those on my eBay listing. And then I would also, I wouldn't do individually of these, but I would turn them over to get that they are Ray done. So I would do a close-up photo here that says Ray done. And I do still remove the background, and you can see I had a price I could not get off, so I just marked over it with black marker, and then my buyer would see that. So here's my long scarf. All I do is throw one shoulder over. So here, though, I need to make sure, because the scarf is longer, I am going to pull my paper down some more so that the paper is covering it. So here is what I've got, and you see these shadows, right? There is no extra light in here. This is just a regular old LED light bulb. All right, so now I have my camera, and this is a regular thing here. I am going to go in just to where I get the top, and I get the bottom of that. And now I am getting some of the side, and for scarves, so that's the only one on the mannequin I'll take. And then I'm gonna bring it to the box. I wanna take a close-up photo of the print and also of the tag. So this one is Imago Tuscia. I would take a picture of both. I would take a picture, mainly this one that says made in Italy, but I might like kind of bunch it up here. Now you see all this stuff around. Start with the photo. Okay, so here is the one with the mannequin. You can see stuff on the side, you can see a shadow, you can see wrinkled paper. We are going to hit magic. And that is just my scarf and the mannequin, which it actually looks funny here because the stand for the mannequin isn't there. All right, so I will go to erase down there, and then I'm going to come down here and just ever so slightly erase that. Now my top there is messed up, so I'll hit restore, just do a little there. And I don't get overly picky on these, but there is that, and then I will hit my check mark. And now I'm going to move it to the center, add my background, and there it is. Laying here, you see all the stuff around, and it's really hard with all these frills typically, but let's hit the magic button and see what happens. So we've got cords in the bottom corner and there, so we're going to go over to erase. I zoom in, and then I just ever so lightly get rid of my cords. There's some more there, and that is it. Now this is off center, so I can drag it until I see that pink line letting me know it's centered. Add background white, and there you go. Here, and this one here, and then we have this and this. So you can see there are no special lights. This is just regular overhead lighting in my shed, one LED light, and with the stand in front of the paper. And that is the result. Comes out amazing. Phone, that is it. So for pants, and I've got my friends in here, I'm just going to throw them down here on the carpet. And you can see kind of it's darker down there, so I do want to do it under the light where it's bright. And I will just lay them out and straighten them. And I don't iron or anything. Pants are just laying on the floor. Just make sure everything is kind of out. And again, you could do this on carpet, or you can do it on tile. You could also do it on your table. However you want to lay them, I do flat lay clothes. So now we'll get our camera and get them kind of centered. Start with the photo. So here are these pants on carpet. There's a dog running, and we're gonna hit magic. And just like that, there's nothing. I'm gonna drag them just ever so easily until I see the crossbars so I know they're centered. We'll hit add, background, white, and there we go. Before, just laying on the ground, some carpet with the dog running. There's the after. Perfect shot for eBay. So this is what I do with my jeans. This is also how I do shirts and everything. So I then, if they're jeans or like these leggings, come over to the photo booth. I take a photograph with them folded. I also will take a close-up of the tag here. And you see, this is again in my photo setup, but I do use Bizart on every photo that I do. As for plush, I don't have plush, but I do have this little guy. Sometimes they won't stand up, so you need a back. So we will set him there. And if you need to, you can move these lights closer, or you can tilt them down, which is nice. So this is what this looks like. And then I will get my phone right in between, and then I will snap a picture. And for plush, I will do front, the side, the back, and then I also want to go ahead, and I actually should have showed you guys this with the plates. I go ahead and I measure it with my tape measure so they can see this is a close to 12-inch doll. So now I'm going to take another photo of him with the measuring tape. Create, start with a photo. There is our little dude, and you can see he's up too high. So you really want him centered here, but for me, it doesn't matter because with Bizart, I can rearrange them. But if you were doing this on the background you wanted, you were not going to remove a background, you would want to make sure there's equal amounts on each side of him. I am going to go ahead and hit that magic button. And then I can take him and move him down until he's in the center. And then I'll add background, add white, and save it. I will hit magic. And it erased everything except for him in the tape measure. And I'll add background with white. This is him before. You can see the lines in my paper. You can see shadows. Here you can see my stands. So look, all lines, all shadows, everything is gone. And that takes 2 seconds, guys. It's super easy to do. For the scarf, again, I am laying it on the carpet. And I normally will just bend over here and go ahead and get one with the brand. Sponsored by Bizart. I have no affiliation with them. It's just an app that I love. You could also use Photo Room. It will do the same thing. So here's our scarf on the carpet. Hit magic. Everything is gone. Add your white background. And you can drag it to make sure you're centered and save it. And then I will do the same with the one with the name here because I don't want people to see my carpet. Hit magic. It erased the carpet, add background, and do white. So you want to give things kind of a different look if you are able, on the table, however you want. And then I kind of just bunch my scarves up like that. I also, and I forgot while I had it on the floor, will do a picture with the measuring tape to show how long it is. That is something new I've started. For our little princess, this is why I like these so much. And you see, I've got some glare there. So here's my phone. Look at the glare. All I do, if I go up, it's too much. If I go down, 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 now it is gone. Pretty much. There. And now I also will zoom in just on that part. And again, I am just barely, like, this is like a tiny click of my hand. Like, lower your hand, raise it, and you'll get used to what you need to do. I am trying to just get the pattern now straight on. So you could also put it up here, and again, you've got that glare. But if you come back, take your light, turn it to the side, take your other light, turn it to the side, then you're gonna have to, like, I might have to go to the right, like I'm moving to the right, or up. Now you can move up and then zoom in to get rid of it, or you can go over to the left. You have to kind of play with it. This is just a tiny little tilt of the hand, and I've still got my light here, so I just turned my light backwards. That's still decently bright standing up, and I want to get a close-up of just the design. And there we go. So sometimes you have to move those lights away to get rid of that glare. Here is the purse. And this is exactly what I do when I have a purse. I look for whatever I have around to stuff it. You want to stuff the purse. So we have a scarf. And that's not stuffing it enough. So we're going to stuff another scarf. We'll stuff some pants. You want it to look full. And then we will sit it over here. And you want to kind of push it there. Now what I do, and I cannot show you guys taking this photo, I will take one, but for my first one, I come in, I grab these handles, and my first photo looks like that with the handles up. You don't want it to be flat and all floppy. Here is my phone. So there's our purse. We hit magic. Everything is gone. Again, you can drag to get your center. Hit add, background, white. There's before, there's after. With just that little 2-second app. So for a purse, I'm going to do this. I also will come from the side. I will do the back. And then I also will take whatever I stuffed it with out. And I hold it up with one hand, zooming in just enough to cut off my hands and take a picture of the inside, and also take a photo of the bottom. All right, so now we have got this Coleman cooler. It is probably 3.5 feet, and it is just sitting here on the counter. This could be your kitchen counter, it could be your couch, it could be whatever. It doesn't matter what's in the background. You're going to see that here in a minute. The important thing with this is it's still daylight, it's natural light, and again, there are no special lights. So I will take my camera, and you see my house, you see my grass. We will take a photo of it, and then we'll go to Bazaart. And it doesn't matter what's around it as long as your lighting is pretty decent. So there is the picture. We will hit magic. Now it still has this little amount up there, which is when you will go on the bottom, scroll over to eraser. And when it has that pink, you know you're in eraser mode, and I'm just turning it so I can get to that. And that's my cord for my lights. And you can zoom in, and you'll just ever so slightly erase it, hit check. And then you're gonna go to add background, add white. And save the image. There is our before. You can see grass, you can see the house, you can see insulation, you can see the beadboard. There is after. So that takes 2 seconds, $3.99 a month for Bazaart. And you can then, with this, I would take pictures of the inside, because it doesn't matter So you're gonna come in here, open it up. I am gonna take this out and show that I have my manual. You always wanna show the manual if you have your manual. So I would show my manual and probably take it like this as my main photo. And again, it's gonna erase everything behind it. And you can see I have paper folded here. That's because my other paper kind of got icky, but it's kind of here nor there because you're erasing it. But you can see how many lines would show if I wasn't erasing. So white background. One of the things you do want to watch for is if you have lines that they're not coming at a point that you're not going to erase. So here's my camera. And we're going to just take a picture. And remember, those are crystal. And now I'm going to show you again on Bazaart what a difference this makes. And it takes 2 seconds. Start with a photo. Let's pick our crystal here. Hit magic. Now, sometimes it will erase parts of the crystal, and if it does that, you will just come down here and go to eraser, and you'll go to restore, and you'll look. It did not erase any of mine, so that's not really applicable, but that does happen. And then again, always make sure everything is centered. Add your background. White. So here is before. There's after. So do you guys see how much better before, after? So that is the same for a crystal animal or anything like that is going to be exactly the same. I have 3 cups because I want to show you how to position them. I normally do handles out with mugs, and then what I'm trying to do is get different patterns here. Now this top one, I normally will turn the handle to the back. So you can see it's a pyramid. You want it to fit really nicely into the frame and be even. So here you can see I do have some glare, but it's not that big of a deal. Or if I raise my hand, like I just raised my hand an inch, it's a little less. Or I can come down and just lose that rim, which is what I am going to choose to do. So these are up there. Let's hit our magic button and watch. And it got everything. So now I'm going to move it down until it's centered. Add my background. And there they are. Patterns on them. So 2 are the same. And this one is different. So what I would want to do is with these, because these are actually worth about $20 each, I would photograph them individually. And I would show all the sides. Again, I use Bazaart. It takes 2 seconds. And then I would take a photo of the back far out like this. And then I would also zoom in close to show the name. And obviously I would take off the price tag and wipe these first. So with 3, if you can pyramid it, definitely do that. With 5, it is absolutely amazing. I will pop some pictures up of 5 up here. And now we're going to do these clear glasses. And you can see that light's hitting it. All right, so you see here, if I'm up here, I have a glare. All you do is lower. So here is my phone. So if I am getting a glare, I'm just going to raise it or tilt it just a little bit. And for this, I'm actually down closer to level with the glasses. And I take a picture. And now somebody was asking if there was a design. If there was a design, I take white tissue paper and put it inside of the glass. I use a white background. So here is what my photo looks like before. And you kind of got to watch those lines. I actually got a line in there. So I should have moved the glasses forward like here. So, but I will go ahead and hit magic. And it has taken away everything. and add my background, white. Make sure they are centered. And save it before with clear glasses, guys, clear glasses after. I'm going to show you. These say Italy on them. So again, I am going to take my phone. I will take it out here. And then all I'm going to do is go in closer until I can see that Italy. And then I will just snap it. And so I want to show that it says Italy. And then what I've been doing again is taking a photo with this tape measure as my last photo so people can see the height. So let's go ahead. Let's do a floor item. Let's do a floor item. Dalton's lounging, having some yogurt. Would you like to say hello? Is that a no? No. Okay. So we're going to do this big set of overalls here. This does work in the house as well. So I take my sleeves and fold them over. I do the same thing with like a button-up long sleeve shirt. I just think that looks better. So we have them folded over. We are going to straighten the pants out. And you can see my shadow when I move in close. So I do want to make sure I step back. So here is this. So you can see I come up like so. Take my photo. So here is our picture on the carpet. We are going to hit magic. And this is upside down. So all I'm going to do is twist and turn. And there, I want to, again, I want to have a little bit of room on each side. I'm going to move it to the center. Add my background. Oh, I deleted it. So if you do that by accident, you can hit the back button. And then add background white, not black, white. And then we will hit the check. This is before, laid out on the floor. How many photos have you seen like that on eBay? This is after Bazaar. Look at how different. Perfectly clean from that to that. And do a shiny pot because I did have a request to do a shiny pot. And again, I'm just using this stuff for you guys to show you. So I've got a couple of glares there, so I can do one thing. I could try and turn my light. I typically don't. I will tell you guys. So I want the most light on it. I don't think people really care too much about those, but let's get out our camera here. Here it's bad, but if you come down, like I'm got my hand resting here, it's a little bit less noticeable. It's still there. Now it's still there, but you can move to the left. That gets rid of one of them. You can move to the right. If you go straight above, it's still there. You can take your lights and you could flip them up. And if you're seeing you in it, which right now I'm not seeing myself, but I am seeing the roof. So I see the roof more now. So I'm going to come down exactly level. My hand, this is sitting on the table, and take it here. This video is already long, I'm sure, but with art photos that have glass, which I don't have much, but this one here has it. Like you can see right now, I can see a shadow of myself. All you have to do is step like one side to the left of it and then move your hand a little bit over. So all I'm doing is tiny flicks of my wrist and I'm not getting a shadow. And that does have glass. There is glass there. So just remember, just tilt a little bit higher, lower, go to your right, which is what's working on this one. It does not work on everyone. You can go more to your left, which actually makes it worse. You just need to tilt the camera a tiny bit. So I was going to show you guys a blanket, but well, I guess I can. So let's go ahead and get this up.
Mama!
Yes?
What are you doing?
I'm showing people how to take pictures. Alright, so you guys can see this throw blanket in the middle of a crazy shed. So we will go backwards. Now sometimes I just zoom out more. That way I can stand closer. But I prefer to do it on just double zoom. So you go far enough out, you make sure you have all of your edges. So there's that. Start with a photo. There is our photo of the blanket. We will hit magic, which is what you get for paying $3.99 a month. There is that. We need to turn it around now because I went the other way to show you guys. And then I will center it. And then I will add my background. 2 minutes of removal there. Look at that. You don't see any carpet. And actually, I'm seeing now, look, my fray is gone. So let's go back to Bizarre. And we're going to click on it. And then we're going to hit the eraser. Because what I'm seeing is it lost some of my fray in with the carpet. So I'm going to click Restore. And I'm going to zoom in. And then ever so lightly, I'm going to add a tiny bit back. Just to get my fray. And this doesn't take very long. And it doesn't have to be exact, just so people can see that fringe is there. So I lost it on 2 sides. So you do want to notice if you lose something and need to add it back, or if you need to delete something, if there's something that it didn't get, you want to come hit that eraser and either use the erase function, or you want to use the restore function if you need to add something back, which is what I'm using now. All right, so now, and I could add over that. You see all these pink areas it erased. So let's hit the check mark. There we go. So now we've got our fringe. So use that. You do have to swipe to get to the eraser, and you choose restore if it erased something you did not want it to erase. I didn't do this one because you guys got, I mean, I don't try and get perfection when it comes to these. If it shows a little bit of glare, I think that's not that big of a deal. Okay, so a big takeaway, definitely center your items. I believe in using a background remover. That is up to you. It's a personal preference. However, you see that background remover makes this blah photo that shows lines or shows carpet or shows cords, and it makes it perfectly white and it looks professional. And in my opinion, professional photos are what sell items. And that app is $3.99 a month. Again, no affiliation with them, but for $4 a month I can make my pictures look amazing without upgrading the lights. I'm not spending a ton of money on lights. Again, the Amazon affiliate for the lights for the photo paper, which you can hang on the wall, you can roll it out like you see back there. You can lay it on your table. I used to cut small pieces for my table. I didn't show you guys jewelry. I know this video is probably already super long, but if you use those same techniques, Bizarre works amazing for jewelry. I have both, so I will take it on a brown board if it's a darker piece, and I use black if it's a lighter piece. So you need to have like a light and dark option if you are doing jewelry. And I might, if there's enough interest, I will do another video with photographing, kind of giving tips. So I hope that seeing this helped you. And again, all of these supplies are in the Amazon store link. And what that is I've just put a bunch of products that I use into like a page for me. And the lights are there, the paper's there, the jewelry supplies are there, the mannequin is there. I put my phone there. So I didn't really impress a ton on that, but you need a good phone. It doesn't have to be the newest model. Mine actually, I think it's $265 for the exact model I have on Amazon, which is, in my opinion, not very expensive to be able to get great photos. You don't even have to hook it up to a service. You could use the phone on Wi-Fi just for listing on eBay as a tool, and that's cheaper than a lot of expensive cameras. So have a good phone. Use a background remover. You could get the lights perfect, but it would cost you hundreds and hundreds of dollars. If you're only doing smaller things, you can buy one of those small little photo booths, and that would be perfect. I think I have one small one for jewelry and one a little bit bigger for up to like 18-inch items. Or you can hang something on the wall like I did. You could use a folding table, put your paper up top with a shower curtain or curtain rod, roll it down on the wall, onto the table, throw 2 of these little bad boys on the table, and you're done. Remove the background, it removes the shadows, it makes it pop, it makes it a lot brighter. And yeah, so I think that is all I've got for you guys. I'm gonna have a thrift haul video for you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know down in the comments if this helped you, if there's other things you would like to see. I originally wanted Brad to help me like photograph me actually doing it, but unfortunately he did not have time to do that today. So if you would like a video kind of more out seeing me and what I'm doing, then let me know that and we can definitely put that in the works. So I will see you guys tomorrow with a thrift video. Bye guys.